Video games as a whole have been used as an escape for me since the beginning of me playing them. Whether it be deep within the mystifying woods of Interna Forest, deep within a cave system with a friend close by, searching for those elusive diamonds, or managing to get past a dungeon I was deep into for so long. Games like that I've gotten really into have been such an escape for me, even during the worst periods of my life. When I was 15 years old in the distant year of 2015, there was a lot of problems going on in my life. I was still trying to find out who I truly was. I had a lot of problems with my friends who I had left, and not to mention family drama and so on. It was also around this time where my patience was waning quickly, and unlike when I was a kid, I wasn't able to spend countless hours grinding in an RPG or playing endless rounds of Smash Brothers. My patience honestly wasn't letting me. I played for like 5 minutes, then I went to do something else if I lost or even if I won. They really weren't good years for me. So what does this have to do with Splatoon? Well, Splatoon really helped me through such a bad time. Now, I know this is something kind of cliche to say, but it really is true. This video isn't going to be an in-depth analysis of each and every gameplay element as to why I feel Splatoon is a masterpiece. The game isn't perfect, but this video is going to be about my emotional connection to the game and my personal experiences with it, and how much it means to me. Back in 2014, I remember watching Nintendo's E3 presentation that announced Splatoon on the Wii U. At first, I was intrigued, but not super into it. It reminded me of 1990s Nickelodeon, which is always a really fun aesthetic to choose. However, I remember throughout the months leading to the game's launch, and the more I read about the game, the more I was interested in it. I became more and more excited about it. And then, the Splatoon Global Test Fire came in March of 2015. I was instantly hooked. It had been such a long time since I played a game and get instantly hooked on like Splatoon. That tutorial level teaches you just enough without it taking too long either. And the time I played, I had such a good time. I remember seeing all the people using the splat roller and thinking it was OP. Man, those were the days, huh? Blob blobber anyone? I knew I had to get the game at launch. After seeing the Splatoon Nintendo Direct about the game, it seemed like the more I learned about it, the more I wanted it. It felt like players were going to be brought into this crazy fun community of Inklings to play online together and always have someone to play with. And the matches, when the game was only turf war, really complied with my short attention span at the time, because matches were only 3 minutes long. And then launch day snuck up on me. I remember rushing home and going to GameStop with my brother and getting the game. He actually paid for it, so Chris, if you're watching this, thank you so much for getting such an amazing game for me. It means so much to me. I got home and played it for hours and hours, and one of my friends came over. Since he didn't have a stable internet connection back then, he wasn't able to join the global test fire, so I told him while giving him the gamepad, dude, I swear, you're going to play this game once, and you're gonna want to buy it. And you won't believe what happened. He played a single round, and within an hour he had his own copy in his hands. And to this day, my friend is still one of the best Splatoon players I know. It's insane. When I started getting into the game more and more as time went on, I was able to be introduced to friend groups who also loved the game. During this time, I really needed this more than anything. As mentioned before, I was going through a lot of bad things with my family and my main friend group as well. I was left alone and my self-esteem about myself was at an all-time low. I hardly left my room. I'd spend a majority of the time in my bedroom browsing Tumblr, drawing, or dreaming about my game projects I wanted to work on. And it doesn't stop there. When Splatoon began adding more and more content to the game and had Splatfests, it actually gave me something to look forward to. It made me actually excited about something for once in class rather than just getting home and sleeping. I remember on Fridays my friends and I were so excited for the next weapon update, and we talked all day during class about it in our Skype group chat. And yes, you can tell this was 2015 because we were still using Skype. And this also explains why I got a C in sophomore biology. Sorry, Mr. Grant. The whole idea of Splatoon really bringing me to help meet new friends online and in person is something that really creates such an emotional connection for me in the game. As much as I was disappointed with the Wii U, I feel like Splatoon was such a silver lining in it all. The reason I kept the system. I was able to get home after school and being depressed all day to just go online with my friends, forget the bullshit, forget everything that was going on in my life, and just have fun. It didn't matter that my past friends now may hate me. It didn't matter that my family was giving me anxiety. It didn't matter that I had such bad insecurities about my art or coding skills. For those precious moments in my life, none of that mattered. What mattered was having fun with friends, teaming up, or going against them to win the match and cover the most ink or win the ranked match. And in those moments I felt happy. I felt happier than I'd ever been. The nights where my friends pissed each other laughing while playing the game will be memories I will take with me and look back on fondly. To the people who came at a time in my life where I really needed friends like that, thank you. I love and care about you so much for how much you helped me. It may or may not have been intentional, but either way, I am so thankful that you were there for me. And with that, I am glad Splatoon, and eventually Splatoon 2 also, was there to paint away all the problems and insecurities for the moment, and paint a better picture for the future.